Hey, I'm Curly, and this is the Stardust Blade deck product for Cardfight Vanguard. If you've ever even been remotely interested in Cardfight Vanguard or always wanted to play the game, this is the best product that you can pick up right now. It's a really good product overall, and I'll go over what's inside of it and what makes it so good in this video. So for comparison here, we have the recent deck product, the trial deck, quick start deck as they've been called, startup deck, whatever, it has a couple of different names. This was the most recent deck product that was released in sometime earlier this year. I think it was in April or May, something like that. It is not great. Because a lot of the cards here are vanilla, they don't have any effects. The main purpose of this is to be used to teach you the game, but it is done in a not great fashion. It is semi-required for each player to get one of these because it comes with a specific card that every deck needs to function. Just kind of silly, but we'll get into that in a moment. It is contained in this product, so you don't have to worry about getting a copy of this. This here is probably one of the oldest products that you still see on store shelves. This one is okay, but as I said, it is the oldest, very outdated. It's technically not even legal for play because it's missing cards, and that other card that I was talking about. This product here has all the cards that you would need to play legally. But this is an okay product if you want to get that, but I would much rather you get this. This is way cheaper. This is usually going for like $5, whereas like I actually got this for 15, but it is way worth it, trust me. Then there are some products that look like this, that have a sort of wider box. They come in a lot of different shapes and forms, a lot of different designs. So it's kind of hard to, not bring every single copy of them and show them to you right now. These are okay to get for the most part. We have a new version of these coming out in about 2 months. But I would say if you had to choose, I would get either the newest version of this type of product or this product here. But yeah, so what exactly is this product? So this is Stardust Blade. It's based off a new manga for Cardfight Vanguard. It's not currently localized, but it comes with quite a lot of things. First things first, it comes with a promo. So there's no way to get this card specifically other than from this product. So that's very good on its own, even if you don't like the actual rest of the contents. But this card is really cool. It's a new Vyrgrilla piece. It comes with a fully built deck that you can play. Of course, you can upgrade it. I'll have a video coming out sometime this week where it'll show you how to update this deck if you want to specifically play it in a more competitive way and have some different budget options for you. It also comes with a few reprints. So it comes with the draw trigger as well. It comes with a reprint of some PGs as well, which is pretty nice. So even if you already have, if you already played Vanguard, it's still a decent product to get. But like I said, I got this for like 15 bucks. I think it's retailed at like 18. You might, in some places, get it for 20 max, I would say. Any more than that, I feel like you're getting ripped off. They have this little QR code that you can scan here that just gives you some information on the manga that this is from. I'll also have a video coming up where I go over the manga and sort of just bring you up to speed to an extent. We have these little coins that aren't great, but you can use them to like tell your power, your the crit that your unit has, and you can use this as your energy marker, which is kind of whatever. And then it comes with these mats that don't have a design on them. They're just paper mats, which has been unfortunate. One with a design would have been cool, but they have this ugly green that is just used because it makes it easier to like tell you what's going on the field, but it just tells you kind of how to play the game to an extent, right? Which is, all fine and dandy and appreciated. But the main meat here is the actual cards that come in this deck product. So one of the main issues with the previous deck products that I was showing at the start there is that they're not very good, right? They either don't have cards that have effects or require too much of an upgrade, whereas like this actually has a sizable amount of like good cards in it that are actually usable. I'm not saying you're going to win like the regionals in your area or something like that, right? But you will be able to at least play with an actual deck that actually functions, right, with this. So the way that this product works, you get one copy of the cover card in triple rare foiling, and then you get the rest in like flat common foiling. There is a chance that you get 2 random cards from this in foil as well. So this comes with the main boss monster for this, who is Rewrite the Star Vyrgrilla here. It has 2 effects that says act on Vanguard Circle. You can Energy Blast 3 once per turn. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards, bind it, then choose a grade 2 or a grade 2 unit specifically from your drop and call it to rear. Then when this attacks, you can counterblast 1, choose a grade 2 rear guard, and stand it. So it's very focused on grade 2s. Very cool deck. I also have an existing fight video because this, Vanguard did come out before, with just the ride line essentially, in set 2. But I have a video you can check out of me opening it, set 2, if you want to check that out. But more specifically, there's a fight video where I use this before the deck product comes out, if you want to get a handle of what the deck plays like. But also I'll have an updated one with the new cards that are in this set, this product. A new fight video, I should say, coming out soon as well. So you get 4 of the main Vanguard. You get 1 of the ride line, which is pretty good to have. You get 1 of each of the ride line pieces, which are pretty good to have overall. Even if you don't want to play this guy specifically, this is a pretty good ride line to have for any of your Dragon Empire decks. So we'll start in reverse here. Here's the grade 0 Vyrgrilla, right? When rolled upon, going second, draw a card. Here's the grade 1 Rising Star Vyrgrilla here, who just says, during your turn, this gets 2k for each of your rear guards. And if you were to ride from your ride deck, you can Soul Blast 1 to ride instead of having to discard, which is pretty good. This guy says, if you have 4 or more rear guards, you can reveal a Vyrgrilla from your ride deck, and then this unit gets a critical. Then it also says that when it's rolled upon, you look at the top 7 for a grade 2 card from among them and add it to your hand. But if you rolled Vyrgrilla instead, you can search your entire deck. So it's a pretty nice ride line, even in a deck that's not the one that it's designed for. Here's the main thing that I was talking about here. This is the energy generator. Every single standard deck is required to play this card, right? You need this card, otherwise you cannot illegally play the game. It is very dumb. You literally need this license to play the game, which is why I was saying earlier, everyone needed to get this product because that was the only way that this thing was released, which sucked. But at least this way you get a little bit more value, and you get an actual deck that's ready to play, plus you have this, which is why stuff like this is technically not legal because it doesn't have this card, so you'd still have to get this card. This used to retail for like $20, $15, right? Which kind of sucks, but I expect it to go down a little bit. But also if you pick this up, you just automatically have access to it for any of your decks, right? Which is very good. Then we have a couple of new cards that are exclusive to this deck product here. They're exclusive to this deck specifically, but some of them are actually kind of generic. So first things first, we have here Flag Raising of CurlyHairedVanguard here. So this says, when this is placed, you can Soul Blast 1, choose one of your Ezreal, who will take a look next here, and they get 5k. Both this unit and this unit get 5k power, but if your opponent's on grade 3, it's 10k for both of these units instead of 5k. Then it says, if you have Vyrgrilla as your Vanguard at the end of your turn, if this is in the front row, you can, if you played an order this turn that specifically has the ultimate skill keyword, you can then put this into Soul Draw 1 and Countercharge 1. There's only 1 ultimate skill as of right now, but that'll, probably change in the future. So you get 4 of these. There's 1 of these in the back. Then we have here 3 copies of the Ezreal. This is a card that was just mentioned. It looks super cool. So this has the exclusive keyword of Mate Unit. So this just says you cannot ride or call this if you do not have the specific Vanguard. This one is Vyrgrilla, but it is a 15k base, right, which is out of the ordinary, and 15k shield, which is also out of the ordinary, which makes it really cool. Then we have ourselves here 3 copies. I believe there's again another copy in the back of the Inductance Dragon. So when this is placed on rear, if you have a Vyrgrilla, you Soul Blast 1, look at the top 7, search for an ultimate skill card from among them and put into your hand and shuffle. So that's an order card. Then it says if you have Vyrgrilla, this gets boost. So again, there's only 1 ultimate skill, so this isn't the best, but this is still a pretty decent card. 10k boosters are pretty nice. Then we have ourselves 2 copies here. There's a 3rd copy down afterwards of the Djinn of Trusting Luck. who just says when you discard this from your turn, you can look at the top 5 and choose up to 1 normal order from among them. Put it to your hand and shuffle your deck. So pretty cool card. Again, you can play this in any other deck as well if you play normal orders. And we got ourselves here 3 copies, but there's another copy, so 4 copies of the Cosmore. Cosmore says that when it boosts the Ezwer, it can energy charge once per turn. Then it says when Ezwer stands during your battle phase, you can stand this unit. So you boost it, you boost the Ezwer, then Vyrgrilla can stand Ezwer, which stands this, so you get a boosted column to attack with twice, which is pretty neat. This is the last of the generic-ish cards that you can play in other decks. So you get 4 copies of the Dragritter Jabre, who just says when this is discarded, you can put this into your soul. But if you have Vyrgrilla as your Vanguard, you can choose one of your Vanguards if it's a grade 3 or greater, and it gets 5k power to the end of the turn. So pretty decent. Again, you can play that in your other decks. We got a bit of an advantage over the Japanese version of this product, because the Japanese version did not get these type of PGs. So there are currently 2 types of Sentinels. You can see the word Sentinel here, that allow you to just perfectly guard and attack. These have an extra effect that say that if you have 2 or I should say if you have 1 or less cards in your hand, you don't have to discard to activate their effect, right? Because the effect is very powerful to just block and attack, so you have to pay the cost of discarding 1. However, this says if you have 1 or less cards in your hand, you just don't have to discard, which is really nice. So you can just with 1 card perfectly guard one of your opponent's attacks. So we get the upgraded PGs in this deck product in English. Then we get ourselves some triggers here. We get the basic over trigger. We get ourselves 4 crits, 3 draws, I think it is. No, 4 draws, 3 fronts, and then 4 heal triggers. Ironically, this deck product that I was talking about here doesn't even come with the over trigger, which is very strange. But this is very cool here. So this is the ultimate skill card that I've been talking about in the card text. I also managed to get one in foil, which is great because this is my second time opening this deck product. And I got another copy of this in foil, which is really good. This looks really, really pretty. So this card's really cool because it's like sideways, right? So normally cards are like this way, but it's sideways, and it's just straight from one of the manga panels. So it looks super cool. So this says if you have Vyrgrilla, you can counterblast 1. Look at the top 5, choose up to 1 unit with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, call it. Then your Vanguard gets 2 effects. If during your turn your opponent somehow retires your rear guards, you can call a unit from your deck and then shuffle. Then it also says it gets 3k power for each normal unit on your rearguard circle and your drop. So this can make your Vyrgrilla extremely powerful. So you get 4 copies of those. These cards were actually in set 2, right? So this is second to be a reprint. Then we got ourselves here the 4th copy of the Fargnell. We got ourselves here the Ezwer. We got ourselves here the other Inductive Dragon, Trusting Luck, Ezwer, and our foil, unfortunately, is going to be the Dragritter Jabre. I was hoping for another Ezwer to be in foil. Then you have a bit of a gotcha element here, because you have the promo card, and then you have either, I think, any effect trigger for Dragon Empire you can get. And I ended up getting, this is the promo, we'll come back to this. I ended up getting the front trigger here, which is pretty nice because these are really good to get, to just have in general for your nation, of course, you want to play Dragon Empire. So having these reprinted is really good, which makes this product, again, so much better. This is an energy counter that you use with your energy generator. You can pop up this coin here, and then you can use that to mark it and basically just keep track of how much energy you have per turn, right? Finally, we have here the promo card here, Union in the Sky, which is what most players are getting. Most players that already play the game are getting this product just to get this promo card. So this has 2 effects. First of all, this is a Regalias piece, so you can only pay 1 copy of a card that is Regalias piece in your deck, and you can only use an effect of a Regalias piece once per the entire game. So you can choose one of these 2 effects to use throughout the game. One says that you can either Counterblast 1 or Energy Blast 3. You get the choice. You draw a card, remove this, and one of your Vanguards get 15k power to the end of the battle. So this is the Blitz order, so you use this when your opponent's attacking you. Then you can bind a card with the same name as your Vanguard from Solar Drop to make that 25k instead of 15k. So pretty decent. Or instead, what you can do is when you discard this from your hand for your ride phase, you can either Counterblast 1 or Energy Blast 3 in order to draw 1 and you remove this card, which is pretty cool. But that is the Vyrgrilla Start Deck product. I really like this product a lot. Like I said, I have a lot of videos that'll be coming out based on it, but I love this product a lot. I think it's perfect for beginners. I feel like we should have gotten this when Divine started, when we could have gotten a lot of players to get into the game. But this is the perfect starting product. There's a lot of really good cards here. This is really good. This is really good. The reprint is really good. Cards like these are really good. Getting these PGs here are really good. And then getting the energy generator is extremely good. Because like I said, there was no other way to get it right now. And now you can actually get it and get a good product. Right? Because this is probably going to be $20 if I'm being real with you. So if you can get basically 2 cards that are worth $20 for $18, it's an absolute steal. These were worth like, these have gone like in price like crazy, but I believe they're like $2 right now, right? So just the fact that you can get all that, this has gone for like $6 recently. So that's a lot of value you're getting in just one product. Of course, the fact that they're getting reprinted means that these prices will change. However, these have been reprinted, I think, 6 times already, and they still go up to like $5. So, all that to say is I hope you guys pick this up and enjoy the product, and enjoy Vanguard. If this is your first time playing Vanguard, like I said, I'll have a sort of deck profile style video on how to upgrade this product once you have it, as well as a fight video for how to use that upgraded deck. There is already a fight video that you can check out with this product, and I also have a video that goes over the manga coming out in the near future. Right. But in any case, I'm Curly. This has been the the Starduck Blade unboxing, I guess. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Play Vanguard and have yourselves a damn good one.